This is another deck profile. It's a pretty old deck. I haven't really touched it since the early 2000s. It's one of my first decks that I made. It doesn't really work anymore. The only times I've touched it is to switch out the cards so they match. Because this is from one of the new boxes. But most of this stuff's pretty old, so I haven't touched it in a while. It really doesn't work that well anymore. It's just to give you some ideas. So it's a god deck. So you start with the god cards, obviously. Wicked Avatar. Debatably better than the god cards. I would run it in almost any deck because it's basically stopping everything your opponent does for about 2 turns, and it always has the highest attack on the field. So it does take 3 tributes like the gods, so, and it can't be special summon. It's just, it's really good. If you can get it on the field, you basically win. I did have 3 Ra's Disciple. It's a cheap card, but somebody stole one for whatever reason. So that's obviously necessary for gods. It can only be used to tribute summon the gods. But I do have other cards in here that can be tribute summoned. Millennium Scorpion, good beater. This is good for special summoning, so you can tribute or just, hit with it. Shadow Monarch, one of the best monarchs, because you can banish cards your opponent controls and inflict damage if it's a dark monster. Sangan to search for Disciple. Dragonic Knight, easy a special summon, good stats. Luster Dragon is just there so you can do a little damage. 1900 for 4 stars, not bad. Scapegoat, basically Scapegoat, but it's also a tuner, so that works. Injection Fairy Lily, good, you can pay life points to kill almost any monster they have because 3000 attack. I don't know how to pronounce this, it's a very weird name, but it is supposed to stop your opponent from special summoning until I can get, tributes on the field. And I also run a level engine because I didn't want it to be specifically gods. I wanted a backup. So there's the levels, the Silent Swordsmans, but they're not quite as good as the Armed Dragons, even though they're affected by spells. But Armed Dragons are good for taking out your opponent's cards. Monsters. I would get a level 10 if I could, but they're really expensive. And then a Marshmallow and Marshmallow Glasses. Same thing, just to stop your opponent from doing things. Gold Sark, because you want a god card when you want a god card, or the Marshmallow combo or anything like that. I would run 3 level up if I had them for the level engine, but this deck is old and I haven't really been using it. It barely wins anymore, but, Heavy Storm, this is just to add some attack until you get a god card. Same with Axe of Despair. Dark Hole, just like Heavy Storm, it's very self-explanatory. Spell-Sharing Arrow, it's really bad. It's only good for taking out field spells, and really, that's all it's good for. It's really bad. I should have taken it out, but I don't use the deck, so I don't care. Mausoleum of the Emperor, a very good card, actually. I would be using it in a different deck if I had use for it in a different deck. It can be used as 2 tributes by paying 2000 life points, so you need a 3rd tribute if you're doing a god card. Monster Reborn, very obvious, and it's banned. Soul Exchange, also very obvious. You need tributes, so. Card Trader, just because this deck does clog easily, which you could probably tell. Swords of Revealing Light, just to hold them off until you can get some tributes. The deck is based around keeping your tributes there for a god card. Magical Mallet, because it does clog. Hammer Shot, just to kill something. Black Horn of Heaven, which is a cheap man's Solemn Strike, so I would run one of these in almost any deck. Abyss Stingray, because it can't be destroyed in battle and it can work as a tribute. Sakuretsu, just to, keep your monsters there. That's what the deck does. Nightmare Wheel, stopping your opponent's monsters. Needle Wall is just a fun little card I used to use, because it's a chance card, but it really pisses people off if it works. Dust Tornado, crappy MST. Miniaturize, just keeping things low, like your opponent's monsters. Ultimate Offering, very, very good for this because you want tributes, and it's normal summoning when you tribute summon, so. Skill Successor, just more attack boost. 3 of a kind, which I would only use on Ra's Disciple, obviously, but it really doesn't work that well because I don't have 3 anymore. It's okay though, I don't care. Magic Cylinder, stopping attacks. Strike Slash, stopping attacks. Well, not stopping attacks, but adding more attacks, so yeah. And Time Machine, because you want monsters. And if your monster gets destroyed, there you go. Now, this is a very bad deck. I don't even have an extra deck, because I never cared for an extra deck in the early 2000s. Because all it was like fusions and occasional synchros, and But, yeah, I never really ran an extra deck, and I never wanted to take the time to put one in here, so that's all it is. It's just to give you an idea. It's really bad. Don't run this in like any circumstance. Maybe run the level engine, but if you're gonna do a level engine, you're gonna want a lot more level cards. So yeah, that's one of my first decks, a god deck.